All right, what's going on, everybody? It's the Arty 84 show live from quarantine with, of course, Adam the Mallet in his hometown and myself in my adopted town. We are live here on Facebook. This is episode 129. And technology is getting so much better. I think I finally figured out this whole entire... The live stream is still, if you're watching on Facebook right now, it's still stuttering a little bit because, well, frankly, everyone in the world is using the internet right now, and it is very tough for these streaming things to keep up. From what I understand, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and do a lot of stuff like that. Every YouTuber right now is having the same issue when they're doing live streams. Fucking look at Adam. You can see right now Adam diving behind his desk. He looks like he's
pushing it in more.
That's where the secretary sits. But you look like you're setting up the desk for the Tonight Show. like Johnny Carson's gonna sit next to you.
Just framing it myself a little better here.
Right. There you go. You look like a mission control. You got all the computers set up. You're ready to go.
Right. My son's zooming in, but yeah.
So how you been the last week, I should say?
Fine. Just sticking to the normal watching movies, and you know what? I've now morphed into coping with loneliness. I'm fine now alone again, but now I just really, really want to sit in a diner and have breakfast served to me.
Yeah.
And have coffee poured endlessly with refills. That's what I want most right now.
The simple things, right? You would have loved the diner we went to in DC for that football game. The day of, we walked down and it was phenomenal. You would have enjoyed it thoroughly.
Oh, I'm sure. I love a good diner.
Oh yeah, the Bloody Marys were to die for. The coffee was flowing like the salmon of Capistrano, and I gotta tell you, it was not a bad time. So yeah, I know what you're saying. That's what we got to do. We should go for a nice breakfast once this is all said and done and really indulge ourselves,
Great. Yeah. I also haven't been drinking for I haven't had a drink in a little over 48 hours.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
Just testing myself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, push it here. And, it's funny. I'm seeing some, a little bit, I'm getting emo. And because what happens is if you drink for a prolonged period of time, it doesn't matter if you have a few, and then you stop.
Yep.
Usually in a couple days, your neurons, because alcohol is a numbing agent, right?
Okay.
But what happens is when you stop drinking, all those neurons start firing back on all at once. So you're a little emotional. You get a little bit amped up over little things that normally you wouldn't get amped up over. Or maybe you see a movie and it kind of makes you sad for some reason a little bit.
Melancholy.
That it normally would make you sad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here today and I'm like, God, I feel like a fucking 16-year-old girl in her fucking period. I'm getting amped up, right? I was so pissed off earlier. About my, I sent you, remember that text I sent? I was ready to go to war.
Oh, yeah.
Meeting. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was a good idea that meeting got postponed to tomorrow because I was fucking losing my mind. And then I was just watching a movie. I was watching Baby Driver, and something happened, and I'm like, oh my God, that poor old man. And I'm just like,
how is Baby Driver? Not a movie I would see, but
a lot of people love it. I like the concept of it a lot, but I hate the main character. I'm just not into the main character. It kind of sucks.
Interesting.
It's all right. I'm on 60. What is my ledger? It's funny. I was going through this book here I have. It's this old, from my old job right here. It's a notebook because I need something to write on. And I'm up 62 movies. But I found some old jokes and some old. Remember my news briefings I used to do before the show that you could tack on? Yeah, I found some notes that I wrote down for.
Those are great.
I found a joke here that apparently I wrote. I don't know. I can't find. I Googled to see if I got this from somewhere. I think I wrote this, and it's actually really funny. And this is when the Ravens were going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I wrote,
wow. Okay.
I wrote, I want to see Joe Flacco in the Super Bowl about as much as I want to see Ellen DeGeneres star in a sex tape, which is to say, mildly curious about the performance, but would rather just avoid seeing it altogether.
I agree. Yeah, it's probably.
So, that's actually kind of funny.
So it's funny that you said that you found the some clips because I have all the ones you've ever done saved on my hard drive if you ever want them. because what I would do is when I got your email, I would take those clips and I would mix it into the mix. So I think there's probably there's probably 20 or 30 of them in there, something like that.
You gotta find my butt project.
Yeah, I sent that to you. Didn't you see it yesterday or last week?
No, you sent it to me.
Yeah, I found the file. I sent it in the group text, like a little clip of it. I go, Adam, look what I found.
Really? I didn't see it. Can you send it to my email?
Yeah, I'll email you. Actually, yeah, I gotta figure out. I'll get it to you. It's on so my new computer doesn't have a SIM like a SD card reader.
Okay.
So I have to do it through my laptop. The only device I have in this entire house that has an SD card reader is my laptop, which is on the fritz right now. So I ordered an adapter to plug into the computer, like a little docking station for an S reader, SD reader. So yes, but I know exactly where it is, and I know the episode too. So we can always go back on iTunes. You can pull it from there as well. So, but it's there.
You can't find the actual just the song that I emailed.
No, I do. It's on my SD card that I can't get access to until I get my dock to get it off. But
I'll wait.
Yeah. But yeah, I know I have the file that you sent me that we had put on the SD card when we brought it to the radio station, so we could load it into the computer. But yeah. So today in the show, I want to start off real quick before we get into anything. I have a surprise for the show to bring. We're opening this live on the air. It's a package I just got. So this was a drunk purchase.
Oh Jesus!
And I was so drunk, I got it mailed to my parents' house instead of my house. Which,
are you ashamed?
Yeah, well, so we talked about this purchase in a text message over the weekend.
Is it come from another state?
It is. And
I'm not gonna say what it is, but
so when I sent that to you guys, I had already bought it. I bought it the night before. Actually, the reason I brought it up to you guys because I found the receipt in my email. So I don't know if I was just reverting back to when I was a child, just putting my parents' address in, but it was sent to my parents' house. And so Sue picked up Henry today and came home, and she goes, "Did you order something and send it to your parents' house?" And I go, "What is it?" And she said what it is. Like, she didn't know what it was. She just said the first letter of what the object is. And then I was like, "Oh, yeah." So to give you a little story on this, I was online last weekend, and a while ago, a couple of years ago, we all made a video for the Buffalo Bills, if you don't remember that. Had rave reviews on YouTube. I mean, everyone loved it. There were so many haters, and we weren't mean. We were kind of happy. We were celebrating. We're being sarcastic, but we were like celebrating the Buffalo Bills finally making the playoffs since 1999. So we're all sitting there clapping in the background, yelling out old Buffalo Bills players, and then Doubleback singing a song and doing a dance. He's doing the Buffalo Bills shuffle. So
Joey was. It didn't help the rest of us were all in the background wearing Patriots gear.
That is true.
That's probably what
did it. So I joined a bunch of Buffalo Bills fan clubs on Facebook just to kind of like be a dick. And every once in a while I like to share that video because it gets killed. People love watching it. So in one of the groups I'm in, I got this thing came up, and it was to purchase something of the Buffalo Bills flavor. And everyone in the Buffalo Bills group was saying they wouldn't buy this shit. Why would you buy a piece of cursed material? What fucking Buffalo Bills fan would buy this? No one in Buffalo's buying this shit. So, of course, what do?
Voting.
I bought it.
Go buy it. Oh, Jesus. I wasn't sure if you were kidding. It's hard to tell, I wasn't sure if you were kidding or serious when you said that you went out and you bought that.
Yeah. So it's the green screen's kind of messing it up a little bit, but because it is green, it is green. It's a 1 foot by 1 foot piece of turf, which was in New Era Field, which is where the Buffalo Bills play. And it was the turf. I have this. They gave a letter of authenticity. But this was from the field, for sure. And Tom Brady stepped on this. I bought it mostly because a lot of Patriots players have stepped on this, you know what I mean? So they actually pulled it up over this offseason. So now this is a piece of Buffalo Bills awesomeness I now have. to I'm getting a frame for it, and I'm gonna put a little letter of authenticity, and I'm actually gonna put the picture of New Era Field when I went there for the Saints Bills game a couple years ago. So
now, do you know where exactly on the field that part was taken from? Does it tell you?
So no, basically you could buy the colored pieces, which were in the center of the field with the Buffalo Bill symbol. Those were like $50. Those were sold out, and then you could buy the 50-yard line pieces. Those were like $150. So I just bought. This is just from any part of the field. Here's your letter of authenticity they sent me. It says certificate of authenticity. The Buffalo Turf Company, Buffalo, New York. This is a certified item to know that this is a piece of turf from New Era Field, which is officially purchased by the Buffalo Turf Company on June 9th, 2019, from the Erie County of New York, which I assume who owns the stadium. This is an original and unmodified condition and has been processed in coordination with the standards of the Buffalo Bill Turf Company. So they put the new turf down, they sold the old turf, and Arty in the middle of Massachusetts bought a piece of Buffalo Bills history. How fucking cool is that?
Well, it was what? How much you say it was?
$30.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, if it was, I was gonna pay the $50 for the color. They were sold out anyways. So apparently, this is how different Buffalo Bill fans are from like New England fans, because this has been on sale since June on the website. Now, if this was Massachusetts, it would have been sold out in a week or two, right?
Oh,
like
yeah,
like the Red Sox seats I have next to me. I bought these. They were $500. They're from Fenway Park, and they literally sold out that morning when they went in for sale. You had to call a 1-800 number. You had to sit in a phone queue. You had to talk to someone. You had to give your credit card information over the phone, and then you had to arrange it. It wasn't like online or anything, but it literally sold out that morning. So for the Buffalo Bills turf to still be on sale in April, almost 10 months after it went on sale, doesn't really say much for the memories. Yeah, the mementos they would like up there in Buffalo. So there you go. Another piece of sports memorabilia for the old Arty Sports Museum when it ever opens. So
I wonder how much they have left.
I don't know. I mean, I'll be interested. I did see they were still advertising on Facebook this afternoon, so I'm assuming there's still pieces left. So
yeah,
I was wondering, if I was a Bills fan and I had like this man cave we're in right now, I would buy enough to do the floor and have like a grass floor. How cool would that be?
So I would think maybe about 10 of those, you can get like a decent little like a dancing square.
Yeah, or like you could even use it for like a putting green. Like a little practice green in your house. You know what I mean? I didn't even think of that. But
that's true.
I mean, it looks like grass. It feels like grass. Now, this is the stuff that they throw the little rubber pellets in it, so it has the give like grass almost. You know what I mean? It's not like the old turf from back in the day, which was basically indoor-outdoor carpet on a piece of concrete. This actually has cushion to it. It actually feels like grass. It's actually really, really realistic. The modern technology of turf these days is phenomenal.
Are you gonna lick it? You're gonna lick it to feel like you're part of it.
Maybe I will, because you know what? Other players may have licked it. Players have spit on this turf, sweat and blood. And how many Buffalo Bill terrible snowstorms were on this turf?
Probably find some DNA on that. Yeah.
This is Buffalo Bills New Era Field turf, people. You guys watching on Facebook Live? This is a piece of history of the Buffalo Bills. Hey, mother Buffalo Bills. There. So there you have it. Baseball every day seems to be coming out with a new possible way of getting the season started. Have you heard the latest about the three divisions?
I have not. The last thing I saw was that Manny Ramirez is making a comeback again in Taiwan. That's the last thing I saw this morning.
Good for Manny. So
47 years old. He's
47, really?
Yeah.
Wow. We're getting old. If he's 47.
47.
So baseball has, you can probably bring it up on your computer, has proposed a 3-division team schedule. 3 divisions. And they mix in National League and American League teams together. So you have an East, you have a Central, and you have a West. And in these divisions, I'm getting some feedback. Am I close to the mic?
You're kind of, you kind of.
It's a little loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going in and out. Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm hearing myself back, but it's all right. That's good now. So basically, what you have is like the Mets, the Red Sox, the Yankees, Phillies, Pittsburgh, D.C., Baltimore. All the teams in the East Coast were going to be in the same division, and they're going to play each other. And only those 10 teams will play each other. And then the Central has a division, and then the West has the division. And so that to eliminate some coast to coast travel, I guess. It still doesn't make any sense though, because a lot of these cities, they're planning on doing this like at the end of like I don't know, like the end of like June. But in reality, are these cities are going to be ready to have like people, play games the end of June? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
And they haven't really talked about how the playoff situation will happen, like what's going to happen to playoffs. But like these 10 teams in each division will play each other, and then the winners of, I guess they'll take 2 winners from each division. Did you bring it up? Did you see the teams?
Yeah. I'm on NBC Sports right now. MLB considering 3 10-team division if baseball returns in 2020.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I pretty much think that baseball will start once everyone gets the okay, which won't be sometime until the middle of the summer. I have a feeling, and this is what's going to happen, is they're holding back until after the 4th of July. Because if they let people go out before the 4th of July, you're going to have large crowds of people, and they're not going to be able to maintain it. So I think, to be honest with you, they're going to give you the okay for people to go out. It's going to be after the 4th of July, I bet.
Sports, right? You're saying?
Well, I'm thinking in general from everything.
That's too long. That's way too long. They can't do that. That'd be horrible. And for sports, maybe major outings, but like you can't keep restaurants and everything.
They
closed
can do
that
it.
Long. That'd be a disaster.
They can. They have.
No, till July.
Yeah.
Now? No
yeah.
way. That's too much.
I'm airing things up until October.
That's not going to happen. That's too
it's
much.
Happening.
They're not going to do it.
It's already happening.
That long? No, it hasn't, because it's not October yet. Like they can't go that long.
Why can't they?
It can't happen.
Why can't they?
They don't need to make money. We're sinking into a recession and then a depression. It can happen.
If you said to me 5 months ago, they're not going to shut everything down for a month, you would be like, yeah, they can never happen. It's happening.
No, but there's a line. There's a line that has to be drawn somewhere, and we're still okay right now, but it can't keep going. That'd be way too long, especially July or October.
We won't be able to do anything as a country See, what happened is states right now are opening up their shit again, and then they're going to get a surge again, and they're going to get sick. So they're fucking it up for everyone. So states like Texas and Georgia are just fucking it up for everyone. Because
I'm kind of split down the middle on if it's a good idea right now. I'm kind of like, we used to live in a world, in a nation where the sacrifices had to be made, and that means sometimes lives. And you're still not looking at a bunch of lives, but the totals aren't even that high. It's still.
Would you agree though, if for some reason they go, hey, so say the states have just opened up, right? Say they opened up, and say like in 2 weeks from now, all of a sudden they get a surge again, right? Wouldn't you agree that was a fucking mistake to open those states up this week?
But the thing is, it's going to come back again anyway. It's going to come back again next year. It's going to come back, and the media is going to pump it up.
It's always going to come back. The problem is, unless you have a vaccine or a shot for it, that's what they're waiting for. I mean, that's what's going to happen. And
that's going to be over a year from now, and we can't wait a year. That can't happen. That's impossible. These lawmakers are just afraid of pushing the button because they're afraid if they do it, that it's going to hurt their political career because they don't want people to die. But I'm sorry, people are going to die. I don't want people to die either. But unfortunately, it's going to have to happen. But these lawmakers are like concerned with their political career and afraid to give the go-ahead to open.
Yeah.
Like it's going to have to happen. I don't know when that line is, when I feel like things need to open. The way things are right now, it's fine. But like to right now, but at some point soon, things have to open. Like, I don't think people realize that. Like, some people don't. And it's like, what? I mean, we're just going to keep going bankrupt? We're already sinking into a recession. How many millions of people file for unemployment? What, the government going to keep shelling out trillions of dollars? No. Other countries are going to get ahead of us.
My stocks took a fucking hit. Now they're up again.
Yeah, they're going to do that, too. They're going to yo-yo. They're going to go like a roller coaster up and down. All mine are frozen. I froze mine before everything went to hell. My dad warned me. He's like my stockbroker. He's like, you might want to freeze your stuff. And I did, like, before everything went to hell.
So when it went to hell, I spent half my I spent half my stimulus on stock. I bought big-ass stock for fucking a fraction of the price it goes for. And now it's starting to go up and make my money back. So I use my stimulus into the stock market.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, I mean, you can. You're not really affected. You've been working complete full-time, so is Sue's, and everything's good, hunky-dory. So capitalize.
Oh, yeah. So I'm taking full advantage of this.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't take a hit. I'm glad my 401k and my stocks did not take any hits because I put it to cash and froze it.
Yeah.
Before it all went to hell. So that makes me happy.
I mean, you never can be too careful of the things the way it goes. But I don't see sports happening this year at all.
Yeah.
I don't even think the football season is going to happen, to be honest with you. And so I think we could. I would go on a limb here and say that all sports is canceled for 2020. Every sport. I say that they will eventually. I agree with you. They have to open restaurants and stores at some point to a full capacity. So with that said. That will be in the very future, I guess. Sure. But I don't see sports happening. There's too much of a liability and too much of a risk. Here's the thing. You're going to have sports teams out there playing, and then you're going to have people being like, why are these sports players getting tested every single day and wasting tests? Why are they able to be less than 6 feet apart? And so there's going to be too much controversy that's going to come out if you start having teams, you know?
I am watching. I've been curious though because it's an interesting experiment, and I'm watching Georgia's numbers and reported cases. Because remember, Georgia opened Monday.
Yeah.
And it's going down. It's going down. So far, so good.
So the numbers. It's an
interesting experiment.
The numbers are going down. You said.
Yep, they're going down. They're statistically, even though I don't trust, it's still a good barometer. Yeah, it peaked on April 24th at 4,946, and on the 28th it is 1,840. So major slide.
So you have to remember. So you can't really take the numbers until 2 weeks after they open up.
No, you can't. But down is down. But if a lot of people still had it around that time, it would still kind of be around that spot.
No, you're right. So if they opened on, say, Friday, we really won't get a good number until 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks from the last Friday. So, and through 2 more episodes of the show, we'll have a nice, solid idea of, what's going to look like. But here, to be quite honest with you, between you and I, are you going
listening?
And everyone listen, are you going to a fucking restaurant once this opens up?
Oh, yeah.
You are?
It depends. It depends, like, what do you...
You're out of your fucking mind. You won't see me at a restaurant until fucking New Year's.
Really? I'll go. Yeah,
No.
I mean, I'm not going to go to, like, a bar at night, a club, like, where people are packed in. But if it's, like, lunchtime hour where it's, like, a brunch and it's an area that's not compacted with people, I consider going, yeah.
I'm going nowhere. I have no desire to. I have no desire to go run to a bar, I'm saving so much money. Me and her used to go out to eat 4 nights a fucking week. I spend, for a week's worth of groceries, all 3 meals, what we spent one night in dinner sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I'm trying to save some money, even though I have 1 day cut in my work week. But I know I want my diner. I want my fucking diner.
You can have your diner. You can go sit there and have your unlimited coffee and your eggs and the smell of a diner and the greasy experience.
That's what I want. I don't care. Nothing's stopping me from that. I want my diner. I want to sit there and I want my Wakefield Classic. And I want
Wakefield Classic.
Wakefield Classic, the North Ave Diner in Wakefield. That's my spot. Sit there and want my French toast, my sausage links, my eggs, and my coffee.
Well, while you're drinking your coffee, I'm going to be sitting here with my turf from New Era Field, Buffalo Bills Stadium. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to use this as a pillow and lay on it. It's going to be great. My new favorite toy.
Drill a little hole in it and start, doing stuff to it.
That's right. I'm going to walk around the house with the fucking turf on me. Or maybe be a turf fucker. But, yeah, for some reason, what was I going to say? So that's it. So to get the baseball thing, we got the turf I bought. Anything else exciting happen to you in your quarantine type of life?
I was actually going to ask you, over the past weekend, I was going to text you. I don't know what happened. I slipped my mind, but I was going to ask you if you, wanted any company or anything like that, because I still haven't stopped by the house, and I had nothing to do, but if you're like social distancing to the point where because of the baby and everything you're that worried, I totally respect that. I get it.
Yeah,
but I was just like, I was gonna text you like, hey, do you want any company? I was gonna head up to your spot. I had some friends over a couple days ago, but
we are in a lockdown here. Eric hasn't even come by yet.
Is it even allowed at this point?
So we're discussing the situation, how we're gonna slowly let him back in. He's been in a quarantine himself for the most part, so he really doesn't like. If he comes over here, there's nothing for him to do. You know what I mean? So it's not really worth for him. So we're looking until me and Sue kind of discussed that when the governor opens everything. So like May 18th is when we'll be comfortable with kind of like slowly, whatever. But as far as I'm concerned, if I'm not going to work and she's working by herself, then like it's be counterproductive if like we start contaminating ourselves, so. But
no, I just go to the supermarket once a week, and I had my buddy over the other day, just watching some movies. It's about all I've been doing, just to do some stuff. Gotta do something.
Yeah, no, I go to the supermarket on Mondays. That's about it. I had to go to the UPS store today to return something I ordered on Amazon. And it's interesting. You walk into the UPS store and there's like tape, and I had to like literally toss my item to the guy behind the counter to return it back. So
did you work from home again this week?
Yeah, so I was supposed to work in the office, but then I got told that shit's still bad in Boston, so work from home. Boston's fucking not doing very well right now. Boston won't recover until January. They're fucked. So, but on the contrary, I might take advantage of this whole fucking situation and buy a restaurant now that everyone's going to be selling their restaurants when this is all said and done.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. That's it might be a
good time to get into the bar business.
Hard work.
So I told you I almost bought a bar. We had everything down. Me and my partner, this kid Corey I work at. We pretty much had the loan set up the bank. We had all the paperwork good. We just negotiating price. We would have, thank God we didn't buy it, because we would have purchased it. It would have been last September.
Oof, yeah.
We would have been fucked.
Yeah, you would have.
So we got lucky. He actually texted me the other day, and because we had to close out, we had to start incorporate a corporation for the restaurant. So we started that and everything. I had that going. So he closed out the corporation when he did his taxes this year, because obviously we don't need it anymore. And I said to him, and I go, it's a good thing we didn't buy that restaurant, because if we did, right now we would have been so fucked. It wouldn't have been funny.
Where was that going to be again?
It was in Plymouth.
Plymouth, that's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, we would have had to close for 3 months for the renovations we were planning on doing. We weren't open until like October, November. And everything closed down 2 months later. We would have lost our pants. It would have been fucking terrible.
Oh, hey, Arty, listen to this. Adam Vinatieri, 47 years young, says he's unsure if he'll be ready for NFL season due to quarantine. Well, if he ever needed an excuse that he couldn't play, this is it. Yeah, perfect.
He's a fucking kicker. Doesn't he probably has a mansion with a giant backyard? Isn't he just kicking balls all day?
Wasn't he horrible last year too?
He didn't. He didn't have a good year. No.
Can't let go. He's like Pedroia. He's like the kicker version of Dustin Pedroia. Just can't let go.
Where do you think Steven Gostkowski goes? Who do you think picks him up?
Ooh, I don't know. Somebody will though.
I bet he goes to the Colts. They like getting our old kickers.
I wouldn't rule it out, but he's gonna go somewhere, because kickers are a premium right now. For some reason, nobody can fucking kick a field goal now, so they'll try him out somewhere.
So I want to talk to you about the Patriots draft and the kicker in particular. Did you hear the controversy over the 5th round kicker they picked?
Oh, with his tattoo, his 3% tattoo.
Yeah. So the poor kid gets his tattoo that he thinks represents, or what used to represent, the 3% of the colonists that fought against the English during the Revolutionary War. Now the kid's from middle of New York. He's from a military family, right? So for him, this is something that kind of represents his military background and all that fucking shit. No one ever says anything to him in his entire life. All through college, he went to I think Rhode I think he went to UConn, and he finished up in Marshall, right? No one says anything, except after he gets drafted, someone digs into his Twitter feed from like 5 fucking years ago and finds this tattoo, and all of a sudden starts saying he's a white supremacist.
Yeah, you know what blows my mind? Like, I don't understand. I can understand someone being able to find that because it's still there and wasn't deleted. But like these people who, like when someone posts something and then they take it down and it's only there for like not even a minute.
Yep.
But it's still like they posted this and it was taken down. Who the hell has that time to notice that within that time frame of like less than a minute?
Oh yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like how?
People are sick. Like people like live out like it's just like YouTube trolls. You know what I mean? There's trolls everywhere. Like people get off of just like, you know, I don't even understand I don't even know what it is. You know what I mean? Like they like to find faults and shit and like I don't know, this would be a destructive manner, if you will, you know?
And I was very disappointed earlier, Arty, because I went to our friend, you know, the one that you recommended. I go on Twitter and see her.
Oh, the bitch we don't speak about in the show. Yes.
Yeah. I went to her and I was very disappointed because there was really nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, there was a lot of complaining, but it wasn't like anything pumped up politically. It was like the normal things that people are complaining about politically. Well, so I was like, oh man, like this is disappointing.
Well, from what I understand, that she's banned from Facebook. She doesn't have a Facebook anymore. They pretty much kicked her off for her rants and raves. Her Twitter, yeah, her Twitter account has been shut off multiple times.
Pretty tame right now.
Yeah, so she's probably I don't know. I guess there's not much going on in the world. Was she just gonna complain about coronavirus all day?
Kind of like some of the politics around the coronavirus, and just like she hasn't really gone off about men either. I'm very disappointed. She's giving me no ammo to work. Maybe her complaints are just normal complaints that people are bitching about.
Maybe she got laid.
Maybe
it's about time.
Maybe she did.
The fuck, like literally, like that. Maybe that was her biggest problem. Maybe she just needed a dude. You know what I mean?
And then I bet he smacked her in the ass, and she's like, "Hey, how dare you? I'm a lady."
Or she liked it, and she never got smacked in the ass before. Maybe that's what she needed. Maybe she needed a little dominatrix.
Maybe.
You know, sometimes you just need to get, you gotta get the fire started one way or another. You know.
Dude, the other also, I forgot to bring this up last week. I had like a mild asthma attack, and like I used to get them when I was younger a lot. Like when I was like 10, 11 years old, like so bad I have to go to the hospital. Like I had an inhaler. It was bad.
Oh God.
And last week I'm just sitting here and I was like, my breathing was like insanely labored. Like I'm like, why do I feel like I know this feeling? I had this feeling like when I was like 10. Like I don't know what's going on. And I noticed something was wrong the day before when I went for a run and I was wheezing. Like when I was breathing, there was a whistle. Jeez. And I was like, oh man, I was like, I think I'm having an asthma attack. And I couldn't quite figure out what the cause of it was. I know it wasn't the coronavirus because I felt like that was the only thing that was wrong, right?
Yeah.
And then I figured out that I think it's because I am in this apartment all day, doors closed, like just around dust.
Yeah.
There's more dust now because I'm around more and I'm just breathing in all this crap. But like I almost had an anxiety attack because of it. And then you start getting in your own head and you're like, oh my God, like am I gonna like die of a heart attack or something like that? And I did some breathing exercises that I used to do when I was younger and that got rid of it and it was fine. But like I was like, fuck. It was scary shit.
Don't you go for a walk? Like every day, or
yeah,
just go outside?
Like, it doesn't help if like even though I don't have the allergies that I know of. It doesn't help if the pollen.
Yeah,
is
that's
out
true. Yeah,
breathing, you know?
I've been I built a fire pit in the backyard, like a little temporary one, so we redo the backyard. So every day I've been going out there, and we have so much debris back there I need to get rid of when we do the yard over. So I just been sitting out there in my chair, having a beer, watching fucking shit burn. Nice and relaxing. Get some fresh air. Get the dogs out. It's been nice lately. I think tonight's going to rain and tomorrow's going to rain, but next weekend's supposed to be nice. Supposed to hit 70 this weekend. That's very exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah, isn't it amazing how relaxing it is just to watch shit burn?
Oh, like yeah. It's amazing.
You don't need any proof that we evolved from cavemen. Like, that's it. Just sit there and like to watch shit burn.
And the best part when it burns is you have so much shit. Like, you have a pile and pile of fucking sticks, right? Like, up to your fucking neck. And then they burn to nothing. There's nothing left once it burns. There's just ash.
Yeah.
A shovel full of ash.
It is.
It's amazing. It's great.
You don't think they're throwing people on there, are you?
No. I'm not a white supremacist like the kicker of the Patriots. Probably wants to do
He said he's getting it lasered off, though. He said he's going to get it lasered off.
I don't blame him. The poor fucking bastard literally just got drafted for his dream job, and some asshole in friggin' West Virginia on a computer is just trying to ruin this guy's life.
I bet you if he ended up on the Cowboys or a Southern team or a team that doesn't get as much attention as the Patriots, it wouldn't be brought up as much.
Well, I mean,
I bet you it wouldn't be. You know?
I mean, it's a slow news day when media is griping about the fucking a mini tattoo on a rookie kicker. You know what I mean? Poor guy.
That's true.
How did you think the draft did, by the way? I remember I told you the night of the draft, I go, the Pats are going defense, and that's pretty much the special teams, and that's what they did. They stacked up mostly on defense and special teams. They got a couple tight ends.
Yeah, 2 tight ends. I thought it was funny. It's just like, I love how analysts are like, the Patriots have to do this, and it's almost like Bill Belichick listened to that, and he's like, fuck you, I'm doubling down. That's never what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
And he like went against it. Right?
Yeah, he just fucks with him. He's just like, I like when they shot to it, they did they cut to his fucking, he was like on his kitchen table doing the draft. Did you see that? And they cut to him real quick, and he must have went up to take a piss, and his dog jumped in the seat and was behind the computer. It looked like the fucking dog was drafted.
And nobody knows who these people are. Like, nobody's going to sit here and fucking be like, oh, that guy looks amazing. Like, nobody fucking knows who these people are. No. Lenore Ryan, no one even knows who this fucking school is. Some people had to look up this school. That round 2, Kyle Duggar, safety.
Yep. I mean,
Lenore Ryan.
Look at Malcolm Butler though. He was in some bumfuck school down in Mississippi.
No, it's cool, but I don't want to hear people say, "Oh yeah, I followed that kid." No one even.
No one fucking. The only person we could say that the only person you and I could say that we followed in college was fucking Brady Breezy, whatever the fuck his name is.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's funny just by name. The only person I've ever followed in the college is Brady Breeze.
Brady Breeze is the only person when he gets drafted that you and I can say, yes, we followed his career and not be lying to anyone.
True.
I mean, I haven't watched more than like maybe 10 minutes of a college football game probably my entire life.
I haven't either.
Even when I went to college, I've been to 2 college football games. And even while I'm there, I'm so fucking intoxicated at the time. I don't really recall most of the game, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I don't either, but I know like once the draft, once fantasy starts coming around, or I start thinking about fantasy football around that time, I might look at some footage of some of these prospects that are being mentioned for fantasy to see what they look like and where they are. But other than that, no, I don't pay attention.
I gotcha. Yeah, man, it's fucking A. It's so I don't know. We talked about the Patriots. What I think they're gonna do. They're stocking up on defense. They're gonna have a decent defense, and I think what's gonna happen is they're just gonna try to throw an offense together and try to win games with defense. And they'll make the playoffs. They won't go far, but they'll probably have one of the best defenses in the league. And they'll have a subpar quarterback, and maybe they'll get lucky. Maybe they win a round with a fucking, you know what I mean? Anything's possible. But
True.
But that's saying there's going to be a season this year, but I've already stated that I don't think there's going to be a season, so be honest with you.
I think they'll try.
They'll try. They're trying. I mean, they tried off the draft. That worked out. It was kind of boring to watch. I don't know if you watched any of it. And poor fucking Goodell was doing it from his basement of his house. And the first night, I mean, the draft starts at 8 o'clock. It doesn't get over till fucking after midnight. The poor guy looked exhausted. He's sitting there reading the last friggin' draft pick. He looked like he was falling asleep on his fucking chair.
Goodell. Where'd they go? I just had the 2021, 31 more rows. Where is this? The 2021 Super Bowl. Here we go. Yes. 2021 Super Bowl odds.
Let me guess. It's Kansas City for the AFC. Or Baltimore.
This is to win it all, yeah.
So Kansas City, number 1.
Yep, number 1. Yep.
I'm gonna go say Baltimore is up there.
Number 2. Yep.
Okay. San Francisco, they still in the mix?
Number 3. Yep.
Well, I'm doing pretty good, yeah.
Doing pretty good. Yeah.
Saints.
Yep. F4. Yep.
And then after that, I fucking. Bills, maybe? Are the Bills anywhere near there?
Oh, Patriots are actually after the Saints.
Okay. 5th.
Yeah, and then the Cowboys, Eagles, Rams, Vikings, Packers, Steelers.
And they didn't give the Bills any love?
Where's Buffalo? They are plus Buffalo. They're like kind of toward the middle end, plus 4,000.
Really?
They have the same odds as the Atlanta Falcons.
The Buffalo Bills are going to win the Eastern Division this year.
This was before this was when was this taken? February 3rd.
Okay.
So 2 months ago. All right.
I mean, the Pats, the Patriots aren't winning the AFC East this year. I can tell you that much. Who's winning the AFC East? My new team right here, the Buffalo Bills of Buffalo, New York, right here. I got piece of their. So when they win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I was a Bills fan. I got a piece of their fucking stadium.
You could double that and profit from that. I would sell it if the price was right.
I'm surprised Doubleback Monocle doesn't have a fucking Buffalo Bills jersey because he's like a secret. Like he was big in the Buffalo Bills when we were like kids because of like the early '90s, how they went like 4 in a row and fucking, all that good shit. Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly. Joe Kelly's a sucky baseball player. Jim Kelly's a good football player.
Last though on this to win the Super Bowl odds, Washington
Browns?
Redskins. No surprise. 15,000, but they're tied with 2 other teams, the Dolphins and the Bengals.
And the Bengals just got the new fucking quarterback, Burrows.
Yeah, plus 15,000.
Did you see the Joe Kelly had this like viral video out? Did you see it at all? A couple weeks ago, he was in his backyard, and he has this like pitching pin that he built, like when we were kids, we had that thing we throw the ball back at to play catch and shit. He has one in his backyard in Florida, and he went to throw a pitch, and it went wide right and broke the window of the house. And his wife was like, "What the hell is going on?" Now, if it was a good pitcher, I would be like, "All right, that was definitely planned." But it's it's Joe Kelly, so there's a very good chance that he did that by accident, and it went through the friggin' window. So I don't know if you've seen that. It caught my attention.
Oh, no, I got it right here. Yeah.
I think I posted it on the Packy, and I just kind of went off like a lunatic.
I wonder if it might have been planned. He might have been bored. I mean, he can afford a new window.
It's true. He could. Yeah. I got to tell you, I'm missing like Saturday and Sunday. I was just sitting around the house just doing some yard work, and all I really wanted to do was just sit on the deck and bring the TV out there and just watch a little baseball with a bear, Yeah. And I can't get in watching the old games. Like I don't know if you noticed on Fox, they had the old Super Bowl on the other day, and then NBC on Sunday had the Game 7 of the Stanley Cup last year.
Yeah, I saw your text about it. I can't
get into that shit. I can't watch old games, especially games that gave me anxiety when I was watching. Like, why the fuck I want to relive that? It's not exciting to me.
I would consider it if it was a game I was at. You know what I mean? And just to trigger some old memories,
Like, yeah, but I haven't. Me and Sue went to that Super Bowl in Atlanta. Yeah, the Rams won, the Pats. I've never watched any of it. I've watched a couple clips. That's about it. But I've never actually sat down and watched that Super Bowl. Yeah. And I don't know if I want to, because that entire game I had anxiety the entire time. Yeah.
I think I deleted it though. I have a text though where everybody was drunk and praising Adam Levine, and I didn't think I'm like, nobody's really watching this halftime show, you guys, because there's no way in hell you think this halftime show is good. But everyone's like, this is great, and then the next day they're like, wait, that sucked.
Yeah, I can't remember Adam Levine at all. I actually couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what the halftime show was. I had to ask Sue. We were sitting there like a few months ago, and we're like, who the fuck was the halftime when we and you went to the Super Bowl? And she's like Maroon 5. I was like, really? Like, I do not remember that at all.
I fucking hate. I love how Adam Levine gets on stage with his shirt off and it's like dancing around and nobody says anything, but Shakira shakes her freaking ass and everyone gets pissed.
You don't find Adam Levine sexy with his tatted body and his high pitch
voice. Smack him. I can't. I just want to deck him.
So he was on a Howard Stern show a couple of years ago that I caught while he was on. And they were talking about Howard is asking him how he hit the high notes so high, and it's he's not really singing. It's they call it like a false biotone. There's a terminology. He just goes like this. He doesn't actually sing like Shakira or she's a bad example. Mariah Carey, she can hit the high notes, but she's actually singing. Like she's throwing using the vocal cords to sing. Adam Levine says when he hits those high notes, he just puts his voice like this, and he's not actually singing. Which is so fucking bullshit. Like,
That is bullshit.
this love has taken its toll, oh baby. Like, that's all he's fucking doing. He's just like, hey. It's like Michael Jackson.
He's just he's talk singing.
Yeah, he's talking real high. Fucking, he made a career of it. He made a career of talking high. Fucking guy. I love when he plays, like, he doesn't play guitar in the band. He might have, like, years ago when the band first started out, but he hasn't fucking actually played a chord of guitar in probably years. But I love when they throw him, when he's, like, live, like, at the Super Bowl, they throw him the guitar. Like, it's not fucking plugged in. He's not fucking playing chords.
He's like, I don't need to. I'm Adam Levine.
Yeah.
I can just walk around with my shirt off, show my abs, and sing. Everyone else do all the work.
I bet he plays the meat stick, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, how old is he now? Adam Levine.
He's got to be close to 50, right? 43. I'm going to say 44.
41.
Oh, okay.
41.
Oh, really? That's kind of depressing because, I mean, we're not too far away from him.
Like I said, Gwen Stefani is 50.
I know. She's a good 50. I was watching I kind of got hooked on to No Doubt this weekend. So I was watching Adam DeWoo on YouTube, and he was out in Anaheim, and he went to all this, because that's where No Doubt started in Anaheim.
Yeah.
And he went to, like, the house where they used to live in, they practiced, which is actually in the music videos, the first few music videos, the club they first played at, and then a few other things. So I started going into, like a rat hole of No Doubt shit. Did you know they was started, like, Gwen Stefani wasn't even the band that started it. It was, like, her brother, this kid that they worked with at Dairy Queen, and some other kid. And they just kind of, like, were talking about playing a band, and then she somehow got into it, and then the kid who they were friends with who helped start the band killed himself. And then they brought in, like, the Indian guy that she was dating for years.
Yeah.
And they were, like, engaged, and then they broke up, and they almost broke up the band because it was weird for them to be around each other. It was, like, this whole fucking thing. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, who? And do you know they've been around since 1986?
Wow. I didn't realize it. I knew it was a long time, but I didn't think it was 86.
I mean, Tragic Kingdom came out in 95, so they were diddy bopping around for 9 years before they got an actual. But I mean, they had so many people in and out of the group before they actually established. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that's a long time. Like, who knew?
That is. Oh, we gotta talk about something. So, what did you think about the trash that is Too Hot to Handle on Netflix? Okay,
so we got 4. So this is 8 episodes altogether, right?
Yeah.
So we're 4.5 in. The broad from Canada, the brunette chick who's fucking everyone over, Francesca. Yeah. What a bitch. And I can't get over how stupid Haley from Florida is.
She's bad. Chloe is too, but Haley's really bad. Yeah.
Haley's gonna be the stupidest individual I ever seen ever on TV. Like the fact that she was like, remember when they were like, the little fucking, the robot, the Siri, what the hell it's called? What is it called? It's the thing that talks to him.
Yeah.
When that started going off, like they were like playing it cool, like we didn't kiss, and then all of a sudden she has no, I don't know. I think she's into Francesca, to be honest with you. Like I think she has like a lesbian love for her.
She's like, and remember, she's like, he sounds so hot. He says he's from Australia. I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
but she's an idiot.
And it's very interesting. Like they have the dude from New Jersey, the black dude from New Jersey. They have the black chick from Atlanta, and then they have Haley from Florida. But the rest of the people are all foreigners, like heavy, hardcore Australian, like Ireland, England. You know, there's a Canadian, which I thought was very interesting because. Like, these people are going on TV, and they're not all... So, they film it in Mexico. I don't know if you Googled where they film it. It's like an island in Mexico.
Cabo.
Yeah, we had to figure out because some of the kids, some of the chicks, they're only 20 years old, and they're drinking and shit, you know? I don't know. It's difficult to... It's kind of difficult to watch as it goes on. Like, it's like... I don't know. We're gonna finish it up just so I can finish it up. But fucking A, man, it's an interesting show. I mean, I would have been pissed off too if I got on that show thinking I was gonna get laid.
I know. Yeah. Well, there's also the other one, Love Is Blind. I started watching that, which pawns itself off as it's trying to be a little more classy but you form relationships with somebody behind a wall without seeing them.
Yeah.
And you only have a week to do this, and then you propose to them if you like them, and then you get married, and the wedding's only 30 days from then.
So I watched a show It's called Married at First Sight. It's basically that,
Yeah.
but they marry before they know anything about each other. This like
Yes.
doctor called Dr. Pepper comes and she takes your like fucking your what you like in girls or guys, and it kind of matches you with someone and sees where. And so far, the few seasons I've seen, it's been like a 50% success rate of people actually staying together, and then people like totally ditching and going out of it. You know what I mean? Would you ever sign up for a show like that? Like, say you were a single guy, or like just a fucking hey, whatever.
If I was younger, in my like 20s, early 20s, why not?
I mean, I tried out for Real World.
Yeah.
I made it to the second round. It's just a fucking hot mess, though. If I have a suggestion for anyone out there who wants to make it to a reality show, do not go to casting calls. Just send the video in. Casting calls are a joke. You don't have any time to represent yourself. There's nothing you can do. They bring you into a room with like 20 people. You have no, like, you have no time to talk about anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
In another life, I guess. You know, someday down the line.
Yeah.
So, what is your plans for this? For this week, I guess.
I don't
Tomorrow
know,
is your
man.
Friday, so you still to a 4-day work week, I'm assuming?
Yeah, maybe I'll try to get some editing done. I got some stuff I'm working on, but I'll probably put it out next week. There's the whole time schedule thing is all over the place anyway. There's really no measurement of when a video should be posted anymore. Since everyone's at home. Probably work on that. Watch more movies. And that's what number did I say was that?
Is it 62 you were at? I think you said.
Yeah, so I've done 62. So keep going.
Yeah.
This page. Whatever.
Yeah, we're lucky. Me and Sue filmed so many Wicked Explorers, and we're doing 2 a week. We put out.
Yeah, what you're saying.
We're still putting new ones. Are still shooting up there. I mean, we haven't scheduled for the longest time, but like at the end of May, we're gonna run out, and it sucks because we had all these trips played in between to like fill this gap. We should have been well into like the summertime with like scheduled like stuff, but so
I reduced to 1 week.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think next week I'm going to go to 1, and it sucks, though, because my numbers on YouTube, like, in statistics have been, like, steady. Yeah. I don't want to fuck with the blip, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
It's pretty good, but, no, I don't know. I'm not motivated right now. I don't know why. I think it's because my workspace is in my, like I said, I don't like my workspace in my personal space. Like, my creative space is being infiltrated, and it's making me look over at freaking work shit when I don't want to, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's why I love the studio I just put in the house. I mean, this thing's great. Like, literally, we're like, I'm in a room, like a spare bedroom that's like isolated from everything else. So like when I go into this room, this is just like production and computer shit. It's not like in the living room like it used to be back in the day. Yeah,
well, that's how my living room. My living room usually is my space. It's just me. But like for this instance, because of the freaking stupid virus thing, all my work shit's here. So I fucking hate it.
My living room's full of fucking kids' toys. That's basically it. Tons of fucking kids' toys. But yeah, that's what it is. But why are you here? Why don't you promote your website on YouTube, Whirlwind Potato?
Yeah, Whirlwind Potato.
Check it out. Don't just check it out. Fucking subscribe.
Yeah. I'm gonna start promoting. I haven't done any promoting at all lately at all. I don't want. I'm trying to stay even more off social media now because I'm reading stupid shit, and it's just pissing me off. Staying in my movie zone, my happy spot.
Yeah, I just want to put it out there too. If Facebook is a great way, I'm eliminating friends each week because of stupid stuff they post on Facebook during this time. So after this whole virus thing's over with, and you find that I'm not friends with you anymore on Facebook for some reason, it's because I deleted you because you said something stupid. So I'm just gonna put it out there right now. My goal is to narrow the friends down to a significant amount. There's like 5 particular people who keep popping up on my feed who keep saying the stupidest, dumbest shit. So I just started deleting them because I just can't take the shit no more. It's just stupid stuff.
You know me, I never really go into my Facebook at all, but I got an email notification the other day. It's like, here is your access code to reset your password at your request. And I was like, what? Someone tried to get into my Facebook account.
Nice.
But I was like, I clicked it and I was like, just to say no, I reported it as nope, wasn't me. So, and then I changed that password and then I changed my email password and then just to be safe.
Yeah. Well, you never know, Fucking people these days. Someone wants to be the mallet, you know? Someone's trying to get in there and get all your goods. Get access to all your ladies.
All my Africa pictures.
Hey, maybe it was like you're a Nigerian prince saying that he has $1 million for you. All you have to do is give me your social security number.
Oh, yeah. Oh, some guy named Bob who has a thick Indian accent.
I am Bob. I am here to help you. Fucking
My name is John.
Yeah, exactly. All right, my friend. Well, that was a show.
Out by fast.
Hope you guys enjoyed this show. We're improving our technology each week, so I apologize if you're watching on Facebook. I've been watching on my other computer right here. It is lapping a little bit on the live stream, but it's not us. It's literally everyone doing a live stream, and everyone in the world, pretty much. Unless you have a fucking high, powerful internet connection, like a 600 megabit per second, which most people don't. You're getting lag.
We might have 2 more shows like this before I'm over there, because we have the 6th of May and the 13th of May, but the one after that's the 20th. So that's a possibility that I might be over your house.
Yeah, we might be all right. So at least two more.
Yeah.
So fucking A. There's a seat waiting for you over here behind the green screen, next to the Buffalo Bills turf. So.
Fucking A.
So out there, watch us. Go to iTunes, listen to the show. Go to YouTube, watch the shows. ThePacky.com, The Packy on YouTube, The Whirlwind Potato on YouTube, and The Wicked Explorers on YouTube. Like us, subscribe, comment, tell us what you like in life. That's all that matters. So, by the way, me and you, once we get together, we have to do a commercial for the show, so we could throw it for an advertising program on YouTube, just to keep that in mind.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I'll see it.
But all right, my friend, I will see you soon. We'll see you next week.
Buddy.
All right, have a good one, man.
You too, friend.
Bye.
Later.